All right, so I want to talk a little bit about mindset right now, and I want to talk about something that I heard Steve Jobs, was asked in an interview before he passed away, and he's like, "Hey, listen," he says, "how do you keep getting such great people to work for your company?" And people said he's tough to work for. One of the interesting things is he's like, "Hey, listen," he says, "we don't always get great people." He goes, "We have A employees, we have B employees, and we have C employees, and that's how we break them down." And a C employee is someone who shows up late on a regular basis, and he breaks this down. A C employee is constantly doing just enough so they don't get fired. A C employee is somebody that, at 5 o'clock, they're out the door regardless of what was going on. And he goes, that's just, that's C employees. That's who they are. And if you're ever going to have a layoff, he says the C employees are usually the first ones on the chopping block. And then he says, then you have B employees. And B employees are always there a couple of minutes early and they're ready to get going. B employees will work past 5, 6, 7. They're not going to put in 10 hours, past their due date on the day, but they'll work later. You don't really have to manage them. They'll do their tasks, but they don't look for a lot of extra work, but they get their job done and they do it well. And then he said A employees. And he goes, this is what every organization wants. He goes, the iPhone exists because of A employees. He says, you take an A employee and you put it with another A employee and you put it with another A employee, they can build amazing things. And these were guys and girls that were engineers that built the iPhone. They were tasked with it. And this would be the group that you would come in the next morning and there'd be empty Chinese food boxes with the chopsticks there because they worked until 10 p.m. trying to write the code to create and solve something that had never been done before. And he goes, that particular employee thinks differently than your B's and C's. They're motivated by other A's. They'll come in and they'll be like, hey, I built this presentation, or I made some follow-up calls, or I took this list and I categorized it into this a way in a format so we can communicate better. They're always looking for ways to improve what you do and make it better for the customer and the customer experience. And I thought that was an absolutely, breakthrough when you sit here and you look at it, because we can see A, B, and C's in every single organization. Obviously, we don't always know when you hire if they're going to be an A, and if you ask them if they're an A, they're going to tell you they're an A. But after time, you'll realize who they are, and then hopefully you can coach them up, or you got to coach them out. But Steve Jobs, those are his words, and I thought I'd share it with you, and I think they're very valuable. Thank you.